I have a question. I have a deep-rooted question that kept me up all night. No, it didn't keep me all night. I went to bed like 2 o'clock maybe. I was trying to search for this movie. Now, I watched this movie a good maybe 4 years ago. I feel like it's 4 years ago. I've been here for about a year and a half, lived in the house for a year. And we watched it when I was in Cleveland. We got this movie, and I'm pretty sure it was like 2 or 3 discs. It was a long movie, and it was made. I feel like it was made. I'm not sure when it was made. Look, I think it was made either 80s or 90s. No, not 90s. I think it was made in the 80s or 70s, maybe. Like more likely, maybe the 80s. Like the quality of the movie. It was set maybe further back in history, like just after the war. And the premise, I guess, of the movie was, there's a guy who had a mom. His mom worked for this rich lady, I think. They lived on this one area of town with all these big houses. The lady, the people who owned that house, or the rich people, had a daughter who ended up living with, or staying with, the lady who cleaned their house. She got pregnant, but this lady who worked for the rich people, their son started a business. He went into business with a friend or something, and like a transport company, something. And he wanted to buy another truck. His friend didn't want to, but he wanted to expand, so he bought his friend out. Someone invested in him, and then grew this business, this transport business. And I think they were transporting coal. I would like to watch the movie again, but I can't remember what it is. I don't know what the name of the movie is. I think, oops, sorry. I think it was an English movie. I feel like they had an English accent, or it was like a European type of vibe. All the trucks were red. And I think they were transporting coal or something like that, or building materials. I have no idea what the movie's called. If you guys know what it is, can you please let me know? Or if you know how to research based on the information I gave you. I've been trying, but it's so hard. Like, if you don't know the name of the movie, how do you find out movies? Like, you know, if I saw maybe like a clip, or I saw the cover, I'd be like, yeah, that's it. But I can't remember the movie. I can't remember the actors. I'm not generally big into actors and their names. I don't think there were any like big movie stars or anything. I was gonna say, I said to my mom, it's kind of like a classic. And when I say a classic, I mean like it's an older movie. Not necessarily it's a classic movie. Yeah, I would really love help with this, because I think I just want to watch it again. I think there was, like, I remember the movie so, I just remember it, and I remember that I really enjoyed it, and I got lessons out of it, and I feel like it's relevant for me right now. But well, it is relevant in the situation we're in, because like this was like a guy who was nothing. He eventually bought a house down the same street as this girl's parents did, because the kid that she was pregnant to wasn't his kid, but he still married her, and bought a house down the street. She didn't want to live there, so then they were going to buy a house on like this hill, like a country kind of hill. It was just a sweet, cool as story, but yeah, it was a really difficult time. I mean, there was rich people and there were poor people, and there was like really no middle class during that time. And I think that we possibly will be heading into an environment that looks very similar to that, with super rich and the rest of people. Like, if you look at it, like literally, you've got the rich people in Australia or around the world, and everyone else is basically poor. They on Centrelink or something. So please let me know if you know this movie, or if you can help me out. That'll be awesome.